welcome everyone. Today there is high impact news and it is there in 1 minute. So we're going to switch to the chart. What I'm talking about here is this 2:30 p.m. Central European time and 4 p.m. there is some high impact news. Let me refresh it here as well. And you can see a couple of seconds left now. Generally, this leads to some volatility on the chart. And that was why the video this morning was actually called D-Day for Bitcoin. Because how nice would it be if today is the day we break out and we get some clarity on its direction? It would work if the news can indeed give us a little bit of action on the chart. But yeah, we'll see, right? We have a couple of seconds left, 9 to be exact. So welcome everyone. The beginning of the live stream, we will observe what price does. We're just going to observe the chart and then afterwards we get to the analysis. So there we go. It's news time. And we immediately see a little bit of volatility on the chart. So trade safe, as with the news, one can always expect some volatility, especially on days like these. So you know, just stay calm and chat here while we observe the chart together. So, Polar Bearman, how you doing, man? It's been a while. Good to have you here. Patrick Visser. Ja, de eerste kut, nee, de tweede. Yo, Patrick, actually, my wife and I were curious on how the Nomad live is and how you do it with kids as well. We don't have kids, but eventually we will. And we were curious to hear your experience of how does it work, right? Like, so I'll shoot you a message probably on Instagram. More like the educational side, or you know, like the traveling friends. So it's just curious there. We were talking about you, and now here you are. Right, figured. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself there, man. Well deserved. Hasta la vista, Barbie. Welcome. Jeroen, Flotti, Stefan, Bert, Min, Jannis. Welcome, guys. Good to have you here. Good to have you here, Flotti, as well. Hey, it's been a while. But yeah, let's observe the chart together, right? See if we get any clarity today. Any side will be chosen. The two main areas of interest I have are on my chart. So you can see the daily and the resistance above, which also happens to be the, not anymore because of the news. We now have the highest volume in this high. If I exclude the news candle, then you will see that the point of control is actually a little bit higher. There you go. So inside the blue box, and if you take a volume profile from this range here, and all the way to the right, you will see that. 1 second. We have a volume profile point of control. Let's see if it's with or without the news candle again. Is it working? There you go. Yeah, so here it's the same. You can see the point of control inside the daily box there. Right, so there is some resistance to the downside. We have a point of control, and I forgot what the range value area low is. I think it's from a higher time frame range. If I would need to see the exact pull that I've done. Not sure if it's this one. And Tradingview takes a little bit of time here to get the volume profile sorted. I don't know why. Save it. Might have to refresh the chart for whatever reason. Sometimes Tradingview is very fast. Sometimes it's very slow. This might be one of those days. This is way too slow for me. I hate it when this happens. Right? Like, you know, it's too slow. Let me refresh here. Let me refresh. Okay. And let's see if that does the job. And if not, we're just going to skip out on using volume profile altogether. Okay, there we go. So it's not that one. Got to see. There's a few volume profiles. This one gets closed. So anyway, there is a little bit of support. Some people have a daily naked point of control somewhere here at 93.6, I believe. So this box is reaching from 93.6 to 94K. And that is the first area of support. And yeah, if you lose this retest, then you know lows and 87 next. If you take out the box here and take out these highs, it can be very interesting to at least look for 99, and you know 105 is actually my next bigger area of interest. So outside of the range that we have been in for a little while now, it's 87 and 105. Those are my two main areas of interest, and everything in between, of course, is the range, and then you have resistance and support. So basically, I divide the chart in 4 specific levels, and yeah, there's not a lot of new levels as well. Over the past couple of days, as price has been ranging, only a daily here has been added, and that's it. That's it. All the other stuff has been touched. No new levels came as well, so it's all covered. You can see a little bit of a daily here at 101, but I mean that's not really really a relevant level for me. I just have it on the chart, but it's not a great area of resistance. And this white box has 2 value area highs. So if you take a volume profile of this range and also starting here, you will see that the value area highs line up at this white box at around like 99.5k. So that is why I have a little bit of, or at least I have a white box there. That's the reason why. Let me extend this. So yeah, let's see what the chart gives us. We're about to take this low and likely test the support, I suppose. Dasek, welcome. Milo, good to have you here. Cosmin, Oconte Studio, what's up, guys? Inflation higher than expected, not good for crypto. Is today the day? So yeah, let's see. News is one thing, and then we have the chart, but we definitely have price moving down. So I always like to use these timestamps, I suppose, not that one, but over here, to be aware of volatility. Of course, I don't really know what it is, but Cosmin, thanks for mentioning that it is higher than expected, so not good for the markets. So that can definitely lead to some volatility. And we definitely locally have a little bit of volatility on the chart. So let's see if there's anything on the CVD. Let's see if the 3-minute wants to work. It does. Wow, that's a nice fast move to the downside. Let's go to the 30 seconds. Bearish CVDs here. Keep coming, right? So you can see we have a red candle, right? Red candles, but CVD is moving up. Right, so that's a bearish in-candle CVD, which increases the probabilities to still look for a little bit lower. Of course, when the candle low is taken, CVD basically has played out, but it just shows that there is absorption of market longs with limit shorts. So it's just good, I suppose, to be aware of it. Higher than expected could mean the Fed rate reduction comes in sooner. Yes, that's where. At least the inflation higher than expected, not good for crypto. That's as far as my knowledge goes. The moment we talk about Fed rate reduction comes in sooner, you lose me. I don't know. So I'm so not into fundamentals. I have no, and this is of course also like, I suppose, economy stuff, but it's very out of reach for me. Like I would need to study economical stuff, and yeah, it's not really something that I will do. It's not really, I don't find it too interesting, I suppose. But hey, at least we got the move to the downside. So if we open the polylines, then oh yeah, and in the live stream I will cover some more scenarios, but basically we're looking for the potential of a reaction here. That would be very interesting. There is some other scenarios. Let me quickly cover them. I did not cover them in the morning video, but first of all, you have this, where you have a finished diagonal in A, you look for B and then C down. Now, preferably B ends after the 382, which means it doesn't end here. Basically, you get a bigger corrective structure in a B. That's preferred. And your wave A being the diagonal here looks a little awkward because your 3 is very, very short compared to 1. So the ratio is just not as nice. It's not a great diagonal compared to the other one that I showed this morning. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just not as good, you know, because of the 3. But still, in this case, actually you look for a B. Alternatively, the dotted line is cool. We have a finished structure and then ta-ta and boom, yeah, and then down you go. So that's the alternative. Of course, as price is moving down and touching support, you know, one thing that I personally very much value, everyone has their own trading behavior, but I do like to see signs of strength. It's just a way that I like to trade. I tend to be quite patient. I am definitely interested in a long, but I would like to see a little bit of support coming in. So this is an alternative scenario. That's why I didn't show it this morning. This is the alternative bullish scenario. Obvious reason why I didn't show it, because probabilities were high to take the low, and we touched the 886. So counting a 1, 2, very low probabilities and validation hits. So that's why I didn't show these two in the morning update, just because of the probabilities. I wanted to keep it simple, only have two scenarios in the morning update, one bull, one bear, 4-minute video, bam, done. A very short update, actually. Most of my updates are between 8 and 12 minutes. This one was only 4. And I think 2 minutes of the 4 minutes were the scenarios, and the other 2 minutes was CVD and probabilities. That was a short one. So yeah, this is my only alternative scenario at the moment, and something to be aware of. If price doesn't find any strength here, then 87 comes next, no? So that's basically it. So as price is approaching the resistance, then I got to go to like a 1 minute basically. Let's see, is there any way to so 1, 2, 3, let's open the volume. This is 1 minute counting, take it with a grain of salt, but 1, 2, 3, 4 question, right? You don't know what's happening here. I don't have second charts here. So 4, and then possibly, of course, you get a bit of a grind in a 5, but then you want to see, you of course want to see a bounce if so. And if this fills and you start, losing support, I mean, that wouldn't be a great. Little bit of checking. This is a 30-second CVD chart. So even on the 30-second, there's no structure in this move down. Now, what does happen often, what I like to say, and that's just purely experience, I don't have specific data on this, but when price moves because of news events, there is definitely a high chance of reversing that news candle in a relatively short amount of time. That's my alarm, because price is now approaching the box. Let me actually turn the sound off of my PC so you don't get bothered by any other sounds and whatnot. Yeah, let's see if the same happens over here. So what we want to see is indeed a bit of a grinding structure into the support, right? So biggest move over here, highest amount of volume. We would label this as a wave 3, and then you have a 1, 2. This could be your 4. This is 1 minute, right? So this would be like a 2. This would be a 4, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4. A bit of a grinding structure into support can give an opportunity. We wait patiently, and we'll see. So up, let's zoom out. Very high volume on the 15-minute, as you can see. But if you then zoom into a 1 minute time frame, you can actually see that all that volume sits in one candle. So you would look at the 15-minute and you're like, oh shit, oh, super high volume. And then you go to the 1 minute and be like, oh, damn, it's all in this one candle. And actually after that, it's slowly going down. So yeah, let's see what we get. Sitting on hands now. Yeah, me too. So I'm not involved in the market. Generally also, like around news and volatility, I don't really enjoy participating just before the news or during the news. I tend to do best in ranges where it starts to be calm again, and there's a bit more clarity. So I know what I'm looking for. I might actually have to prepare a little bit more as price move down. But yeah. Milo, welcome, by the way. Dasek, Blaster, lower was forecast, higher it is. News reversal. Good day, Ace of Trades, welcome. Nobody goes broke today, exactly. Giannis probably answered your question, but at the moment I am not. What would be the 87K scenario finish correction? That would be a WXY. But then it's not finished, actually. Well, yeah, I mean, preferably it is. But then if I do, let me just remove all the clutter. There you go. How preferably though, like from a diagonal point of view, also here I preferably actually get a bounce, but then a C down, right? And then that's your final area of support, 85 to 89, and 87 in particular, some additional support. But then you basically have A, B, C, W, very, very short X, and then you get your wave Y. But that is of course relevant only if you're actually going to lose the support, right? So that's when we start to think about such a scenario. It's prepared, but you would need to lose the support here. So don't you think news affects Elliott waves? No. Most of the time, Elliott waves probabilities play out with the news. Like it's the same with the Trump pump from the 70K range, where people said, oh, it's, I think it was the election stuff, I'm not sure, but we pumped to all-time highs because Trump, I don't know, got president or whatnot. And then I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like for weeks we've been looking for higher prices, months even, because of the range, right? And then people say, oh yeah, it's because of Trump. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. You do you. I don't mind. Every strategy can work, right? Fundamentals, water levels of the ocean, the moon, and whatever. But don't say you break out because of news. So it's in the end all people buying and selling. There is increased volatility as people react, but it's the reaction, the buying, the selling, the positions, in my opinion. So anyway, everyone has their own opinion. But yeah, so also here, I mean, look at my polylines, right? We have news to the downside. I mean, this was analyzed in the morning. This was the morning update. Like both of my lines went down. There was no line that was like bloop, going up. And now we move down, and I'm pretty sure then people, of course, say, oh, look, we went down, news. But it can, like Elliott waves is, of course, analyzing the chart, market psychology, and fundamentals can add to volatility, right? So I don't know what this is. I only look at it because of volatility, because it can lead to price moving into the direction we already analyzed, at least if your Elliott wave analysis is correct or has a higher probability. So of course it leads to volatility. That's the reason why I track news on this page. But I don't say it's because of volatility something happens, right? Because in the end, it's just people buying, selling. And it tends to be volatile around news moments. But I don't say we pumped up above 73 because Trump got president or something. No, we pumped up because many people were buying. All the shorts were exhausted, and longs, the limit longs absorbed all the market shorts, and up we went. It's just I suppose a catalysator would be a nice word to use. So it can lead to the desired price action based on the analysis that we do up front. I think catalysator, catalyst, those are good words. Yeah. Like if you have a good Elliott wave analysis, the news fits into your expectation basically, and then the news volatility leads to the desired outcome, which is the case today. So that's nice. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. What's up, Oconte? So I answered that. Sitting on Wulong CPI. I didn't. No joke. What's up? You don't. Oh yeah. So I answered this. What's up, Ice Cube Lady? Trez, could you please review the leading diagonal possibility from all-time high? That is always going to be expanding. So I'm not interested in that unless everything else fails. So we like a leading diagonal. If you would count a diagonal, something like this, right? Or even no, like it. It's something like this, of course, very low probabilities because it is expanding. And if you would count 1 here and then 2, you look for a 3, right? And then 4, 5. I will always wait for at least a 4 and price to then take the low over here for 5 before I give this probabilities. It's generally a good idea to avoid counting any diagonal structure before a wave 4 is at least made for a diagonal scenario. Otherwise, it's too early. It will generally never have the highest probabilities from an Elliott wave point of view. So it's usually not a great analysis if you only have a first wave or a second wave and people immediately think diagonal, right? There's other structures getting higher probabilities like an ABC or a WXY or even a triangle, right? You need to wait, or not a triangle, you need to wait for wave D. So ABC, WXY, flat structures, those are going to be priorities. And only later do you get to the diagonals and the triangles. If people put a diagonal on their chart before a wave 3 or a wave 4, in my case, I would very much vow for a wave 4. It generally doesn't really, the scenario doesn't make too much sense. It's fun to think about it, but the probabilities are stacked against the scenario, and that's of course what we trade. The direction can be correct, but the pattern is very unlikely to be correct after only 2 waves. So it's good to wait. It's good to be patient with, and also Elliott waves. If you do lower time frame stuff, it can change very quickly. On the higher time frame, I am aware of. I think someone said it yesterday. Like, oh, Koen, can you look for is there potential for some sort of a diagonal here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, there is the potential, but we're only talking about a 1 and a 2. Like, there is no way, there is absolutely 0% Elliott wave probabilities for a diagonal as long as you do not even have your 4. Right? It's an idea, but it is so early that it is a completely irrelevant scenario. We are still looking for price to move up and take out the all-time high, right? That's correct. And then based on the structures to the upside and potential retracement, we might get to a diagonal. But it's way too early to think about diagonals. And I think I don't look at other analysts, but of course my Discord, in Discord, people look everywhere. Generally, you have that one person somewhere on the internet that says, oh, look, I was first. I don't care about I was first. I care about I'm correct. And I think that's a completely different mindset. You have people that years in advance put a lot of squiggly lines on their chart. And then eventually, in like 5 years, they're like, oh, 5 years ago, I knew exactly this was going to happen. Just look at my one squiggly line picture. It's not a good way of analyzing the chart. So it's you want to be correct. You don't want to be like that. What did I just say? Damn, that was actually a good quote. What did I say? You don't want to be right. You want to be correct. Ah, damn. Anyway, you get what I mean, right? It's about probabilities. Yeah. If you see people like that, then generally I recommend to avoid those type of analysis, because you want to follow analysts, and I'm not talking, there's other analysts as well that I think are very good, but you want to follow analysts that talk about scenarios that have high probabilities and not wishful thinking, not scenarios that have like 10% or 5% probabilities, Yeah, exactly. You don't want to be first. You want to be correct. Thanks, Ice Cubes lady. I don't care about being first or last with a certain scenario. I care about being correct with my probabilities and trading, right? And making bank. That's what I care about more. So generally, I don't really have low probability scenarios on my charts. Yo, Alex, man, welcome, yo. And their viewers, yo. Okay, I gotta get a hang of that viewer sharing thing. What's up, Alex, man? All the otters are coming in, I'm sure. Yo, Alex, hopefully you had a good stream, yo. Welcome, dude. Let me scroll up just a second here, see what happened. Can be a catalyst. Yes, that's correct. We don't. Can there still be the local? There's always a can, right? There's no. The boxes, however, I do like my boxes to be hit because those are generally my strong areas of support or resistance. But the chart can do, of course, what it wants. So there's always a can, Christian. Yes, absolutely. Don't front run support. I know, right? But then you have to be prepared if it does start moving opposite direction. You know, what do you do? Koen, could you use the 618 touch for impulse down invalidation? Yes, if you're looking for a wave 4. So at the moment here, it's not relevant. We're not looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the moment. Maybe on a very low time frame, but it's 1 minute stuff, which I generally avoid. But yes, if you have, for example, an impulse up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if wave 4 would touch the 618, which it doesn't in my drawing, but imagine it does, right? Wait, let me actually draw this nicely. So we have a 1, we have a 2, we have a 3, then wave 4 goes to the 618, and then we get a 5. We pull the fib from the end of 2 to the end of 3. We toggle on the 618. And the moment a 618 is touched, it's an invalidation for a wave 4. So you're not going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Incredibly low probabilities that you're counting an impulse here. So the other scenarios, depending on the context, because of course there's price action before this move, but you're now either going to count, oh wait, just forget about this little bit for a second. You're either going to count this now as an A, B, C, right? Depends on the size of wave C. If this move up is quite a lot longer than your wave A, an ABC gets higher probabilities compared to a double 1, 2, which is your bullish alternative, which is a 1, a 2, and then a lower degree, 1, 2. Invalidation is the low. But preferably in a multi 1, 2, you get a wave 1, 2, 1, 2 up, where the second one is equal or a little bit shorter than the first wave 1 because it's a lower degree wave 1. So yeah, the moment you hit a 618, think A, B, C, or think multi 1, 2. Don't think diagonals because it's too early, right? For a diagonal, this would then be a 1. You're looking for a 2. You still need 3, 4, and 5, basically. That only comes later, right? The potential for a diagonal. So, right? You don't want, yeah, exactly. Wyckoff sell-off to my probabilities are higher for deep diving Elliott plus Wyckoff plus MM strategy, in my opinion. Stay safe. Stay safe indeed. Stay safe indeed. I mean, I always, especially during news events, I do tend to have my trading window open so that I can observe, right, what happens. And in case I do need to change anything or adapt what I have in the markets, right? I don't like to be on the wrong side. So for example, now I'm just looking at my trading window, and I already prepared my stuff in the morning, but of course we have a move towards the downside, right? So just want to make sure that whatever happens coming after, I suppose, right? I am prepared for what's to come. I don't generally trade just before news or exactly during the news candles, but once price slowly starts to settle a little bit, and that's when I slowly start to get interested again, I suppose. So gotta be patient. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, I'm a trader first and I'm a YouTuber second. So I just want to make sure that I prepare. If you're interested, I'm not going in any positions, by the way. I am not entering anything at the moment, but I am looking at my preparation because, in the end, I am a trader. So I just want to make sure that I got my stuff covered. So that's exactly what I am doing. Of course, everyone has their own plan. Which is good. That's the way it should be. Just doing preparations. Yes. I'm not good in doing multiple things at the same time, eh? makes me very quiet. I'm just looking. I think I. My watch is telling me take a break and move. I'm actually gonna refresh here. Refresh. Why ain't it working? Pum, pum, pum. There we go. Prepared, just in case. So, just again, FYI, I am not entering anything. Not that I'm a financial advisor, by the way, but people see me typing on my keyboard and maybe they're like, ooh, yeah, like he's doing, but no, I am not, because my boxes haven't hit and nothing changed, but I am preparing just in case. Oh, I have an Excel update as well. Anyway, that's for later. Get a stand-up desk. I have. This is yeah. This is a stand desk. I always stand whenever I'm live. I'm always standing on. I never sit during live streams. Okay, put it back on. There we go. There is a wait. Were there balloons again? I don't know. There we go. Little thumb up. I don't know. There are certain emoji things that you can do, but haven't figured all of them out. Good morning, Divine. Welcome, man. Stay safe indeed. Thanks, Ice Cubes lady. Thanks for being here as well. Yo, Army Piper here as well. Wait. So the notification was Alex, right? So at least that am I wrong? No, it was Alex, right? I believe. But don't see him in the chat. But yo, Army Piper, man, good to have you here. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for the like as well. You. Hopefully you're good. Hopefully you had a good stream. Don't know if you went live today though, but good to have you here. Nutrition. Will your future kids learn Elliott waves? I think that I will support them in whatever endeavor they are eventually, what they eventually want to do. They will have their own character, their own interests. Of course, as future parents, you will have certain things that you give to your kids, certain knowledge, characteristics, habits, you name it, basically, right? So, yeah, possibly the trader in me will. I think children, of course, don't rarely ever, I suppose, follow into their parents' footsteps. So I'm not sure Kun is a trader, so Kitty is going to be a trader. But I suppose the kid will get in touch with the charts because I'm an analyst and now I YouTube, of course, as well. And who knows, I think it's going to be fun to do events in the future, seeing everyone in real life as well. And yeah, like I'll be more present. I suppose I'm already very present, of course, with the content on a daily basis. But I think as a trader, my life is relatively, boring because what do you do as a trader? You make your plan in the morning, you wait for anything to happen, you execute on your plan or you put limit orders and ta-da, right? And then you just wait. And then and either it hits TP or it's invalidated, or you put another alarm at some resistance and observe, and if anything changes, you might exit or but that's it, right? If you're not a scalper, which I'm not, like if I'm a day trader, sometimes there's days I'm not doing anything, right? So if I would only be a trader, then I think the kid would not really, our future kid won't really hear or see too much of my trading stuff. I'm generally up early in the morning doing my plan, but I think because of the YouTube aspect, which I really enjoy as well, and being part of the community and la, I think they'll see it more because I'm busy with it more time on a daily basis. Yeah, I think now with everything happening now, if we continue to do this for another many years, then yeah, by that time we very likely have 100K subs. If we don't have a kid yet, and then the kid, 8, 9, 10 years old, 15 years old, and then they think about, okay, what to do with my life. Yeah. So trader or risk manager. Yeah, maybe we're all risk managers. It would be good. On news days, I often put buys below previous support, second support level, and try to catch some pump and dumps. I'm not really a good catcher. Mark, welcome. Yo, Seed, what's up? Do you see market further going down as S&P 500 going to open in 30 minutes and they will open low? We have support here at 94, almost reached it. Actually, not. We just missed out. I don't know, happens. But it would be nice to see it touched. But then again, like it's about observing the reaction. So will we go down lower or higher? From a probability standpoint, what I prefer looking for, from an Elliott wave point of view, of course, it's just Elliott waves. The market doesn't care what does Kuhn want, but it makes sense to at least create a bit of a bounce. But I would love to see the support hit. The move down was expected, and we got to move down, so that's good. But yeah, would be nice to hit support. We missed out on touching resistance to the upside. Of course, we're not like there's still. It looks impulsive on the lower time frame. 1 min, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a bit of a grinding structure to the downside as a 5. Right? It's not really a three-way structure. If it was, then there's arguably the potential of looking for flats. But wave B and a flat has to be a common target for a wave B. Wave B and a flat has to be a three-way structure, right? And in wave B of a flat, A, B, C, you don't want wave B in the flat to be a flat itself. It's very low probabilities for that to happen. So preferably you would label A, right? And then this would be B, and then you go up for a C. So in other words, if this turns into a three-way structure, you at least got to be there's two things. You're either going to have W, X, and then a wave Y. Then you look for price to move up, and then the diagonal does become very important, which is the bearish scenario. Alternatively, A, B, C impulse up, right, quite fast. You got to be aware of the potential of this being a C, this being the low of a B for A, B, C, and that's then a flat structure. And then you come back down again, sweep the low again, and then you look for price to move up. That's very hypothetical because at the moment, we're at 95, So we had a swing failure pattern of this range here. Yeah. True, yeah, a little bit of liquidity there. We just missed out on hitting the point of control. Yeah, would be nice. What would be your approach? Buy a front run. If a box, for example, gets front run, then I wait. I'm like, look, you arguably you could say now, like, oh shit, price front run my box here because we didn't hit it. I'm not in any position. I'm not entering. I'm not entering anything in this area. Period. Right? Of course, I'm interested in looking for something here, but I would like to observe a little bit of the reaction. as well, right? And if we do change structure and move above, right, and we just do this, then I'm also interested to look for longs, even though we are approaching resistance, right? I would observe if price does anything here, and then I would be interested in looking for a move up. So basically, if it would not touch my box and we would move to the upside, I would be interested in waiting to see what happens here, right? Because generally you don't, most commonly, never say never because it does happen sometimes, but generally it's not like this, right? So you would then have 1, 2, and then you get your 3, your 4, your 5, look for a bit of a retracement. And then if we get a nice 5-wave up, that's when I get interested to just enter here, and then the stop loss, somewhere down below, and a bloop, right? And then the stop loss for me would be below the box. So I would not put my stop loss at this low. I just want to have a little bit of a safety margin, which is the box. So yeah, that would be the way that I would approach it if price starts moving. You got to be aware, like if you make a plan in the morning, right? If price is not following your plan, there is no entry. There's no entry, right? That's the discipline. Price starts moving, oops, plan, right, didn't touch the box or didn't do this or that. There's no entry. Just go for a walk if you feel like FOMO is hitting or that sort of stuff, right? And of course, I also still sometimes struggle with this, right? And then I'm like, oh shit, like, why am I? And then I do something stupid, and then I'm like, oh shit, I did something stupid. Time to get out, and then you lose. And it happens. But because I'm also not a perfect trader. I'm also just a trader. I win, I lose, but I win more than I lose, which is the goal, right? So it's good that if you do miss out on your plan, just wait and like either go back to your preparation, know what you're looking for, so that when after, in a couple of hours, something happens, then you execute on your updated plan. But I don't FOMO into it missing, if it doesn't follow my plan, it doesn't follow the plan. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So it's patience. It's patience. Trading teaches discipline. Oh yeah. Yeah. In the beginning, when we start, right, as young starting traders, it feels very much like it's just pressing buttons. It's making money. Oh, cool, easy. Let's just press some buttons. Trend line, a little bit of a trend line and a pattern, and ta-da. But I think like the psychology element of trading generally only hits later. Like it's not the first thing you get in touch with, right? Generally, trading psychology. Oftentimes you get in touch with the technicals first. In my case, that's what happened. I got in touch with technicals first, and very soon after Elliott waves, and that's where my journey started. But it started with the technicals, and trading psychology only came later. But I suppose, unfortunately, I never knew about trading psychology earlier in my journey. Else, I'm pretty sure I would have been a much better trader much earlier instead of later. I would really, and it sounds really stupid, right? Trading psychology, like, I don't have to run as a psychologist. Why do I need to learn about trading psychology? I'm a happy guy. Everything is good. I do sports and I'm healthy and, no pressure. But just wait, because the market's going to fuck you in some way, left, right, center, and you'll be like FOMOing, fear of missing out, fear of losing, too greedy, not the discipline, not sticking to your plan, and then that's when you realize eventually, like, oh shit, I actually lost money now because of my psychology, and that's when we start working on psychology. We often talk about trading psychology here. And hopefully people earlier than I did in my journey learn more about trading psychology. And the book that I can recommend, I do not have it here on my desk, it's in the book closet, but is The Mental Game of Trading by Jared Tendler. Such an awesome book. Like, in my opinion, it is the best book written on trading psychology. Of course, you have Trading in the Zone as well, Mark Douglas. But I think The Mental Game of Trading by Jared Tendler is a lot more, it's a lot more step-by-step action plan as well. Like, first of all, it's a great explanation of all the psychology. Plus, you get a step-by-step guide as well to work on your psychology. And again, it sounds like, working on psychology, I don't need that shit, but just wait. There's going to be a time where you'll be like, oh, that maybe this is where I lack. My technicals are good, but I'm still losing. Why? Right? And then you'll review your trading and hopefully, by having a journal of some sort, you'll figure out like, oops, okay, I'm afraid to lose. And what's the name of the book? It's The Mental Game of Trading. The Mental Game of Trading, Jared Tendler. Stand-up desk check. That's where I'm at right now. Can it be counted as a WXYXZ? I had that scenario in the morning on my chart. When I was analyzing in the early morning, I was looking for WXYXZ. It's just so rare to have a WXYXZ that I prefer looking for the WXY and then just have a longer X instead of a very short. So this would be a W or WXYXZ, right? Or WXYXZ. I prefer looking for a WXY. Of course, it's still pretty much the same. You're looking for the same thing, basically, right? It's just that a WXY is a lot better in probabilities than a WXYXZ. So that's why in the video this morning, even though the polyline is exactly the same, I chose to present the WXY versus a WXYXZ because of probabilities. WXYXZ is very, very, very rare. Very rare. The only WXYXZ that I have ever considered would be the move down from 69 to 15. But there's also, of course, a flat potential there with 69 being a B top and then getting a five wave down. It's definitely not clean. There's also a bit of a way to get a WXY in there, double zigzag, but that's the one I would consider. But it's I can't remember any other structure I have ever counted as a WXYXZ. Generally, it's better to look for other structures before you go into the very rare direction, which is expanding triangle, expanding diagonal, and the WXYXZs. What's up, Swagze? Do you stand when charting off stream? No, generally I sit down. When I wake up in the morning and I have a bit of a morning routine, I get to the chart, I do my analysis, I write everything down, and I do that sitting. And then after I've done my analysis, I most often and then I make my plan. So I do my analysis, then I make my plan for the day. And after that, generally I do some other stuff, like I go for a walk to get my steps in. Today so far 8.6k steps, not bad. So this morning I went for 4,000 steps. So I just go to the promenade and walk around. And then after that, I do some morning routine is wake up, some easy stuff, then analysis, then make my plan, then go for a walk, then come back, stretch, usually around 15 minutes, then do a cold water shower or a dip in the ocean, depends. So cold water thingy. And so then I do that. Then I read. And after reading, that is when I then get breakfast. And then after breakfast, that's when I update things in silver. And so silver membership. And then I do the video. And sometimes I do the silver membership right after my analysis because it helps me to organize things in my head as well. Because the silver memberships in the early morning, when I do my analysis for silver, I write everything down. And by writing it down and posting it in silver, I also help myself because it's basically a summary of what I'm thinking. And I post all the pictures in silver and the whole explanation and the probabilities. And I'm like, okay, so I sometimes, like this morning, I updated silver early in the morning. And then the video came online, I think like 2 hours later or something. So, yeah, that's my morning routine. And then of course the day starts, and then I make the video, record the video, upload the video, make the thumbnail. And then after the video, I work on my priorities. I always have a journal here. So I in the morning as well, by the way, after my analysis, I forgot that, I write down my daily priorities. Right? Don't make like a whole list of 15 items. Just have a few things like daily priorities. Like today, I want to get this stuff done. Sometimes that can be just one email to one person, or do this for a trip, like get an accommodation or XYZ. And then, after the video, I do some priorities. Then between 12 and 2, go to the gym. After gymming and lunch, start the stream. After the stream, priorities. Mails and messages. And then back to priorities. And then self-development starts in the evening, usually, like reading, doing courses, trying to keep educating myself in different areas, and that's basically my day for you in a nutshell, I suppose. Yep, that's my daily routine. There you go. My wake up time is usually between 5 and 5:30, so that's when it starts. This morning was actually just before 5. I woke up by myself. So okay. So at this moment, both have same probability. Look, we would like to see support here and then get the move up, and then yes, because the probabilities depend on preferably we do see a bounce, but I want to see a little bit of proof though. But then basically the move to the upside, is it a 3-wave, zigzag, flat, triangle, whatever? You're going to be looking here for price to come back down. You want to have an impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, retracement, and at least then another 5, right? That's then either C or 3. And for the bulls, you need a 3. So the move to the upside, the bounce, that's what's going to decide the 87 versus 105. But preferably the short-term movement is relatively similar, meaning we look for a bounce, and then the bounce decides on what comes after, 105 or 87. We just analyze, of course, the structure if we get the bounce. No? So for now, we got a bit of news volatility. Price ranging now. This is the 30-second AGGR chart. I rarely ever go below 1 minute, and then below 15 minutes, and then here we are on a 30-second AGGR chart, because we were observing the move down. So bit of bullish CVD, but we are, of course, the trend is down, and you do have a bearish CVD. This one already played out, but it's still relevant. But this is 30 seconds. It's we were just having a bit of fun earlier. So wait, let me clean up the chart. There we go. Let me put an alarm again below there, and let's also put on, just in case. Then at least we pay attention. Had to drop in and show some support. Exactly. He forward. I go live in 1 hour. Okay. So Army Pipe, when was this written? Timestamps. 3:02, so 4 p.m. in 38 minutes, everyone. Army Piper is going live. So if you want to hop in, chill stream, watch some technical analysis, make sure to check out Army Piper, friend of the channel here. So make sure to have a look. Oh, I just touched my mic. I'm actually not sure if you hear this. Wait, let me check my sound. Okay, a little bit. It's pretty good. Teach your kids to trade. They can still decide. Yeah, absolutely. It creates a certain amount of freedom, of course. Like trading for me, is like a perfect recipe. Right? You can do what you want. You can trade where you want. However, I do think the trading lifestyle, in a way, is a bit over exaggerated. Yes, you can, and you can travel the world all the time and trade. But don't forget that trading does require again, there you go, discipline, preparation, having a clear plan, and etc. Because if you miss out on some of these things, you're going to lose, and then your travels are going to quit very soon. No? Like my wife and I, yeah, we can go, but we both have our businesses as well. I like what I do outside of trading. I started the channel. Right? I like to be active, show people my analysis, and then it grew to 15K. I didn't know, but I think that the lifestyle, it's. I think it's not as easy to travel the world all the time and continue to trade, to find the right balance. Now, if you travel and stay there for a month or a few months, it's I think easier, but it's not like backpacking and then travel from city to city every couple of days. So you want to have like a spot where you can work, and then you work, you plan your trades and stuff in the morning, and then you go out. If you are a limit trader, that works great. Or you need alarms and have your laptop with you, and then hopefully you hear an alarm if your phone has the alarm, and then you can open the laptop wherever you are. Hopefully you have an internet connection. But it's definitely possible to do this. But trading is also a business, and I do like to approach it as a business, but it gives a lot of freedom. If I want to stop YouTube and sit on the beach, then no, we stop YouTube and sit on the beach. But I don't, because I really actually enjoy this whole thing and being part of the community, which happens to be, of course, quote unquote, my community, but it doesn't feel. It's just a great Elliott wave community. So daily probabilities still higher for a wave 4 and a wave 5 to the upside. Can you tell us what are your boxes to be hit? The box down here is a point of control and a 786. And the box up here is a daily and a range a point of control. So it's volume and support and resistance, or using fibs. But all of my boxes have, of course, a different thing. But generally, it's a horizontal time frame, volume, together with Fibonacci. All of the boxes always have at least a either daily, weekly, monthly, like a time frame horizontal, or a volume level. And then it's in confluence maybe with a fib or something else, but there's always going to be, for example, here, there is a daily, right? Of course, there's also a point of control. Down here, there's a point of control. When price hit resistance, we had a weekly naked point of control and a daily naked point of control. Support down here was a range value area low, which is also volume related. Oh, no, this was the daily naked point of control and the range value area low. Okay, there you go. So, yeah. That's the two things I generally prioritize for my boxes, and then the rest, is extra. Yeah, I mean the boxes add it's a support resistance area, but the boxes do not mean it's an entry area. It's just an area where, like, look, as I'm a patient trader, I try to avoid catching knives. So you will generally not see me snipe an exact low or an exact high. Most often, I wait for a reaction. So a good example, well, I was snowboarding as well, but it's still a good example. So the low that we made here, 91, right? There, like, besides, I was asleep actually at this time, but still, it's a good example. So I would never, like, have a trade set here. It's just not my style. Yes, I have a box here. Yes, it would have been a great snipe if I limited there, but I've had moments as well where it can happen that you get this and then you just go. So I just like I would like to observe the reaction. Now, most of my boxes are great support and resistance areas. If you've been here on the channel for a long time, you will know. So arguably, I can just put limit on every box that I have, and that's fine. But I don't like to be. I like to see, okay, we hit the box, we get a reaction, and then these are areas where I'm like, okay, now I have a bit of structure. I can do my Elliott waves. Is the range here corrective or impulsive? If it's corrective, cool, I'm interested. Okay, then we look for stop loss below the low, and then we look for a move up, and then the resistance to the upside is the next box, so that's there, and then tada, you got yourself a setup. So maybe I give in a bit of RR, but I give myself a higher win rate. And for me and my psychology, my win rate is more important than trying to snipe 1 to 10 RRs and that sort of stuff. I prefer to win more win more in win rate compared to win more in RR but give up win rate. But that is just psychology. It works best for my psychology. I just like to win most of my trades. And not most as in like 51%. You know, I'm a high win rate trader, but my RR might not always be amazing, but it doesn't matter. So I just trade the probabilities. And generally I'm patient. I avoid high volatility news unless I'm already in a position, of course, then it's fine. But generally I avoid such moments. I don't really enter before, don't really enter immediately after. I like to wait a little bit, see what happens, be patient. Wait for structure, wait maybe for a change. If we do take out this high here, I observe the reaction at resistance. If price then moves down correctively, like this is seriously something that I will consider. So let's talk about I suppose a serious potential setup that I'm looking at, right? Is if we move towards the upside, right? So first of all, if we test this box and we get a bit of an impulse move up and a corrective structure down here, right? I'm interested, right? I'm interested. I would do something like this, and then first area of resistance, observe price action, and then potentially look for higher. No? Now, if price moves to the upside, right? It didn't hit the box. Oh, it happens. Move to the upside. Observe what price does at resistance. I would relatively likely you at least get a bit of a reaction. Now, if this reaction to the downside is going to be a corrective, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, preferably, wait for a bit of structure. Get a 3-wave corrective structure, right? And then eventually you get this. Okay, well, and then we touch the 886. So there we go. So price here touches the 886, right? If this is a zigzag ABC, at this moment, ABC, like if this is a very clear 5-wave structure, yeah, you likely look for upside. But ABC is a common corrective structure. Now, this can bearish be 1, 2, 1, 2, but if price touches the 886, double 1, 2, very low probabilities, right? A diagonal is not yet relevant, and an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doesn't work because of all the overlap. So then we touch the 886. Okay, cool. You know, looking for price, looking for an entry around 886 or wait for the retracement, stop loss somewhere below the box most likely. And then we already hit the support, so I'm looking for price to move beyond support. And then next area over here, not the most amazing, but relevant, and then possibly move all the way to 105, right? So I'm very patient, but it gives me a high win rate, right? So it gives you hopefully a little bit of insight in how I approach my trading. So even when you get a move down here, I'm not trying to snipe this low as well, because I mean, we can also just do this, right? This guy ABC flat boom. Right, so I want to see a bit of a corrective structure, and then I enter, and I don't really care too much. Like price can of course do this, right? And then W, X, Y, find support on wave 2, right? Generally, you get support on wave 4 or wave 2, right? If you get a retracement, but I don't care about. I need to snipe the exact low, right? Of course, if I do have a support box here, because maybe volume, daily naked point of control of today, tomorrow might be here. Yeah, I would like to consider waiting for price to hit it. From an Elliott wave point of view, I do not care, right? I do not care. Okay, probabilities change to bullish. Okay, boom, right? Boom, boom. Stop loss. Okay, we go down a little bit more. I don't care. And then we go up later. That's fine. And then the moment price takes out the high, I'm going to manage my position, right? Because I don't want this to happen. And then, so I'll just manage it accordingly. But this gives for me, everyone is different and has a different set of tools. I just happen to be really good in Elliott waves and recognizing if something is corrective or impulsive. And I make use of this in my trading. And then I can use additional SR levels as possible entries as well. I think a great example of such a trade was here. So we had a daily naked point of control here. Maybe I'm even able to something like that. Where is it? Yeah, so there you go. That was the daily naked point of control we had. the probabilities were higher that this was corrective the moment price here moved up. This on the lower time frames is a three-wave structure, right? This one. And then price moved up. Well, if this is a three-wave structure, you're always going to look for the high. But then we had a daily naked point of control here. So preferably I enter around a daily naked point of control. That was my level of interest. So I did not immediately, execute. Yeah, it's just happens to be a great example. But everyone has their own style, and I'm a very patient trader. So give me the probabilities, and I'm happy to execute. A method of trading, I'm only putting in 1/3 of the first position, and then after it went 6.2 further down. Yeah, you can also, of course, compound, right? Like compound your trade, like put in a little bit, and if you see signs of strength, you add till you have a full position. Also a method. I'm a nutrition scientist. Yeah, that might be a great idea for you, nutrition trader, because you're in that health space, and psychology in the end is to do with health as well, right? So can be a very good opportunity. Would you be interested to do some type of trading vlog plus routine? Yeah, I don't know how to vlog, so my content wouldn't be as clean, I suppose, as what we do here. I mean, I have a webcam, but I would use my phone, which has a great camera. I mean, you won't notice. So it's like a professional thing, but I don't have experience vlogging. So, of course, I can vlog and then send it to my editor and then say, can you make something out of this? I wonder, would you be interested? I know I'm a little bit behind, but for the ones here, like... if I would make a bit of a routine vlog, for example, or a daily, like a day in the life of, I can consider making such a video if people are interested in seeing that. Okay. How do you level the price difference between your Coinbase chart and actual chart you're trading on? I always look at the support and resistance areas on Coinbase. I don't have anything on my Blowfin trading window chart. There's no support, resistance, anything. So Coinbase is my leading chart. And for positions, I always make sure that on Blowfin, I either TP or entry, usually $100 above or below SR levels or areas of interest. Just to make sure that the difference between the exchange is covered in my entry. And I'm happy to give up a little bit of RR, the $100, to make sure I enter. Because the difference between Coinbase and Blowfin is never higher than 100, really. So I just make sure I use 100. Do you lift weights? Yes. I went to the gym earlier. Actually, it was leg day today. So my legs did the heavy work. But yes, I wanna grow a bit more. So I have an app called Yazio, which is thanks to you guys, a community that recommended it to me. So I'm keeping an eye on my food as well. My protein, my carbs, and my fat are the main things. And then there's other stuff as well. But I care most about the carbs and the protein. So today, so far, 91 grams of protein out of the 113 that I have to consume based on the data. And my carbs... Wait. Today, yes. Wait, what am I looking at here? Oh, yeah. And the carbs, I am at 157 out of 283. But I still have some stuff that I need to eat, and I track my water intake as well. So yeah, I do track stuff. But I only started doing this recently because I really want to get stronger. And I've tried, like, don't think that I do something and it immediately goes well. You know, I've had my moments with gymming and stuff that's up and down. Not like going to the gym. I've always been active, sports, gym, running, swimming, whatever. Always done sports, but the goal to grow is a goal that I've already had for a longer time, but I need to eat more basically and get the right stuff. So I don't eat unhealthy. Just I don't generally eat enough to reach the protein goal, the carb goal. And I'm not a nutritionist like Nutrition Trader here. So hey, probably knows a lot more than I do. But I use the Yazio app based on a recommendation from the community, and I'm really working on it now. I also track it in my bullet journal, which I have here. So I try to hit my protein and my carbs. Of course, eating good stuff, but I've never really been into unhealthy stuff food wise. So, but I just need to eat more and more protein, and so working on it. So, but I had ups and downs with this. Like I start using an app and then I don't, But Yazio is really good. By the way, you write it as Yazio. It's a really good app. I like it way more than FitnessPal. FitnessPal, I don't know, it feels very complex to me. Yazio just feels a lot simpler. I don't know. It's just it's like a simplified version of FitnessPal. So that helps me. Right? So yeah, but there's still a lot to do. I definitely don't have my stuff together. I mean, online maybe everything looks good, but the only moment we connect is through a live stream. But there's still many things happening that can go better, where I can improve, stuff I don't know anything about, stuff that I fail at. Like, I'm good in Elliott waves. And that's what we talk about on the channel, right? I'm an expert in this particular niche. But I'm definitely not a nutritionist and a gym guru. My technique might be wrong. Can't play piano. Like, I would love to, but I need to educate. Like, there's so much stuff that I don't know, that I am not good at, that I keep failing at. Even trading sometimes, my psychology. I don't only win, I also lose. Everyone loses. I also lose. If I lose, then usually it's psychology related. So I'm definitely not the perfect get everything, but I try to do my best. I have my focus areas, and then that's where I try to put in the effort. So the cold water shower is better than coffee. Yeah. James AJGR down possibly. Yeah, I don't know. Do you only trade Bitcoin? Yes. If you are traveling, visit Sri Lanka. I would love to. It would be great to visit Sri Lanka. Travel. What should we expect with the ETF opening? I'm not sure what you mean. Do you mean like the US market? Because of course the ETF, Bitcoin ETF is already there for a while. Where's your 97 box coming from? That's a daily and a range point of control. So it's just a daily support resistance area. That's this one. And it's the point of control. If you don't include the news candle here, and you pull a volume profile of this range, then you also have the point of control of the range there. So that is that's what's happening in the box there. Market opening in 1 minute. Yeah, New York is there at 12 minutes now, of course. Could you please do a daily time frame analysis? Daily is the same as the 4 hour that I presented recently. I tend to call it 4 hour, but it's the same as the daily. So just to run you through for everyone here. Still looking for higher probabilities is we're still in wave 4, and we still look for a wave 5. Wave 4 is always complex price action. So it's tricky to trade on the lower time frames at times. But this is one target area. Don't really want to move below 85. That would be bad. And then you also have this. It's the same conclusion though, but here you don't want the low to be taken. So and now I'm on a daily time frame. So this is these are the two. So yeah, still looking for higher prices. Probabilities are higher for the bulls on the higher time frame compared to the bears. Yeah. Would love to see a Koen vlog. It's definitely an idea. Which app do you use to track? Oh yeah, Yazio. So I just wrote it. It's this one, Yazio. Do you usually cook by yourself? Dinner's usually my wife, but we focus on protein as well in dinner, so we're good on that front. And lunch and breakfast is stuff I do myself, and most often my wife does she cooks the dinner. Yeah, to grow muscle in strength or in size is different. I'm focused on strength first because I want to remain lean due to obstacle running. I love obstacle running, and you need a hybrid basically between being very strong, but also being lean with the exercises. And your weight matters if you're swinging on bars and all of that stuff. So strength comes first. And I do know that I've done a test, was quite cool, where at the gym I got a full body report because you hold on to two like sensor things, I don't know. And then that thing is turning around your body. And there was another exercise thing, cheers Obelix, man, 1 second, where I hold on and I don't know, with electric signals, it tracks my stuff. The gymmers here will know what I'm talking about. So you get a report afterwards. And in my weight versus strength class, I mean, so there are 6 categories. Yeah, it's like category left top, like I call it the 1 in this case, is like if you really like have a lot of fat, right? A lot of fat and just not a good body composition, basically, right? Versus muscle and other stuff. And I am in category 1 of 6, which is for my body type at the moment. I'm in the strongest category, level 1, basically, out of 3. Every box has 3. So it's 6 levels, and then it's divided by 3. It's like Rocket League, right? You have like gold, and then gold 1, 2, 3, and then you go to diamond. Right? So, but I'm not strong as, yeah, I'm strong for how I look as like muscle versus weight, I suppose. But I'm not strong. You know what I mean? So I want to become a bit more bigger in size, get bigger in strength, get better in strength. But I want to remain lean for the obstacle running, because every kilo that I add, I got to, take it up and down mountains and swings and all that stuff. Obelix, yo, welcome, man. Thanks for the 5 gifted. Cheers, dude. Hopefully your trading is doing great, but definitely looks like it. You might actually be the top 1 gifter now. I wouldn't be surprised, but thanks, man. Thanks for the support. A long member himself. Daily Profits 888, Guns Yao Shop, Justin Chu, and Hamad. Make sure to send me a message and we will get you sorted. Definitely, by the way, not Justin Chu, because you stole my silver content and posted it as your own updates in your own community. So unfortunately, somehow YouTube gave you a membership, but I will make sure that that's not going to happen again. So there we go. So I'm sorry for the 1 extra sub, but I just happen to know that this person was stealing my membership content in the background and was publishing it as his own content on different socials as well as his community. And I do not appreciate that. So he's out. Okay. Leon. Cheers, dude. Hey, wait, Leon, is this your first gift here on the channel? Thanks for the support, man. Nice golden badge. I appreciate it, man. Cheers. Nice photo, by the way. Is that like where you live? Sunset, by the looks of it. Time Traveler, Robert Gillian, Lee S, and Diogo Vargas, and Serge. Make sure to fill in this link. Also, the gifters here from Obelix. So Obelix and Leon, thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Makes me happy. So I will bump or we will, as a team, bump the members up to silver, right? Because the memberships are bronze, but bronze doesn't really give anything. right? Like there's no inhoud, a little Dutch content, but we'll bump you up to silver if you get gifted. It's Sinterklaas over here. I know. Yo, Patrick, did you hear what I told you earlier? I'm gonna send you a message on Instagram with a couple of questions of your on your digital nomad life and how you combine it with having kids and how that works. I actually, Patrick, you know what like? Of course, you have your YouTube channel, and I do look at content that covers certain topics. But I think what would be really good and interesting for your channel is to talk specifically, or maybe even make specific videos, like just interview style, put a camera in front of your face with your wife, and then talk about certain because certain things, like how does it work? Because many people in your live streams, right, they ask, oh, but how was it deregistering from the Netherlands? And do you need to register in other countries? And how do you do with houses? How does it work with the kids? But I think if you make individual videos about such questions, or you cut your answer from the live stream into a separate piece of content and you distribute it, I think that would be really good. Because I think that's what many people, I mean, the questions you get in live streams, you can use for your short form as well as new long form content. So if you don't know, by the way, Patrick, let me show this. So, because people have no idea what I'm talking about. So Patrick is the owner of, one second here. Man, oh, there we go. If I have to scroll through my sub list, I always have to search. There we go. So Patrick is the owner of this channel. It's a Dutch channel, right? So if you're Dutch, it's of course, you know, might be useful for you. But they are a family. They sold everything they had, put it in Bitcoin between, I don't know, around 17K or 18K, somewhere there. And now they live the digital nomad life. I met them in Spain when they were living there. They're currently in Thailand, in Phuket. And they have lots of content that has to do with their life. So you can see it's vlog style content, but they also do live streams where you can ask questions. Right? Do you have shorts already? Oh, yeah. There are shorts as well. But yeah, I think. Oh, and this is Patrick. Here you go. So that's Patrick. So hey, if you haven't and you're Dutch, make sure to check him out. It's very interesting. It's so unique. It's super unique. Yo, what's up, obese boss? How you doing, man? Good to have you here. Welcome. I'm doing good. So far, so good. It's been a great day. Nice little bit of volatility. Not too much happened. Wim Hof. Yeah, I gotta read his book. We were here, John. I failed. About how I can make my trading psychology. Buy the book. The Mental Game of Trading by Jared Tendler. It's $20. It will be the best investment you will make in trading psychology. I'm not affiliated to Jared, by the way. Right? I only know him because of the book, and I got to know him because of the book. And I was in touch because when I go to the US, I'm interested in visiting him as well and meet him, because I love his content, his way of talking about trading psychology. And he does have a moment in his agenda that can work. So yeah, but you know, working on your trading psychology, I recommend to get a resource instead of just me talking about the book. I would recommend to get it for yourself and read it and do the exercises and stuff as well. The mucusless diet, highly recommend. The mucusless diet. Healing system. Oh, it's actually quite popular, it seems. Huh? It's a system. Mucus-forming foods are unnatural for us to eat and are the fundamental cause of many human illnesses. How can you eliminate these foods and cleanse your body from their waste? Oh, interesting. I will add it to my... I got a big book list in my journal, so I'll add it. I'll add it. Besides our CrossFit Live. Yeah, it's good stuff. I do sometimes see CrossFit coming by in my timeline. So about the Koens hoodie, yeah, I know. First get the website done and dusted. To slap on my helmet and motorcycle. Yo, stickers. I haven't thought about stickers. I'm a biker as well. What do you ride, James? What do you ride? Can't wave 4 be a new start of a wave 1 to the upside? Yes, but then of a lower degree. So as an example, for an impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, and your wave 4 is the beginning of a new lower degree, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to finish the bigger 5, right? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and inside 5, you then have a lower time frame, usually a lower degree, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to finish the bigger 5. And then you get the retracement. So the answer to your question is yes, a wave 4 can lead to a new wave 1, but it's a wave 1 of a lower degree. It's not the same degree. So if you're counting on a daily time frame, then on the daily, you can look for a wave 4 and a wave 5. But then on the 1 hour, you're looking for a wave 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, right? Abdul, I'm in a loss. Will Bitcoin go up? I can't give any, of course, promises and confidence. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not in a position to give financial advice. But the only thing is, from an Elliott wave point of view, the probabilities are higher for what you see on my chart, and that's as much as I can say. And yeah, if it doesn't, it doesn't. But that's trade management. Yeah. So we got to move down. We didn't actually reach the box here, but at least we got to move to the downside, which was expected this morning. And yeah, we just missed out on support just by a little bit. We took out the low, the liquidity here. So maybe I should have made my box just ever so like a little bit bigger. But that's hindsight. Hindsight is easy. So yeah. You gotta have your plan, have your strategy, know what you're looking for, and trade accordingly, right? So I think because of your message, you didn't have a good plan. That's the lesson. You didn't have a good plan, right? Where's your stop loss, right? When are you wrong? What was the idea behind the trade? It's a couple of questions you want to ask. Thanks, Odin, by the way. What's up, man? Odin from South Africa. How to find a pocket 93,900 like your chart. That's a volume profile point of control. So 93.9, that's a volume profile from this section of the chart. So that is the one that I have there. I know what you mean, Kun. I'm a personal... Yo, Daniel, you're a personal trainer. Yo, if you visit Nice, we'll go to the gym. If you come to the south of France, I'll pay you. No worries. Gotta say, I actually never had a personal trainer. I mean, at the gym where I'm now, you can get like guidance. So I just walk up to the trainers they know, and then you can just ask, hey, can you make me a plan for the upcoming weeks? And they'll make you a plan, and you then personally just execute on the plan, right? You just follow the exercises. They put it in the app and all that stuff. But I never actually felt the need yet. Well, I don't know, maybe one day it changed. They never really felt the need to go into full personal training. Well, I don't know, maybe. Afternoon, Mr. Yes, Oku. I saw this in Discord the other day. Oh, it's fun. What's included in the membership? Wait, you got gifted or? Oh yeah. Silver is short-term updates, and I write a full summary of the probabilities and the scenarios in the morning. So it reads like a little bit of one page of a book. And then during the day, I update as well whenever things are important in between videos and content. Yeah, exactly. What's up, Lilith? Santa Claus. Ooh, following me on. Cheers. Thank you, Mark, man. Mark 11K. RJ, what's up? Cheers. I will, Patrick. I'll reach out to you on Instagram. To all charts, if I do, silver is maybe it's like one-way direction. So that's where I post stuff on Bitcoin analysis. That would be gold. Gold is where, if people do analysis, they send me their charts. They're like, hey, you want to have a look? Can you check out this alt? Can you check out my analysis? Give some feedback. That's exactly what gold is for. It's to shorten the learning curve. I give feedback. Other people in the group give feedback. And then that is where I can check the chart myself, have a look at the alt, see what's up, and then share and give feedback. How can you get a gift? I don't know. It's just algorithm based, really. I think it's just YouTube. Can you get Patrick on stream? I have to go to Thailand for that. He's currently there. So, I mean, if Patrick and wife and kids come to the south of France, then, oh yeah, absolutely. Can get them on stream. No worries. No problem. And also if we meet at an event, I can try to live stream from my phone. But because probably Patrick and we will meet more often at Blofen events. So there might be an opportunity there to maybe even interview Patrick with questions from the community, or boot up a live stream live from an event if the internet is good, or if it's in Europe, it's no problem. And then do like a live thing there. Yeah, I thought so. Where I live in Germany. Bratwurst. Oberhausen. Anyway, German. I do really like Germany. Got great friends in Germany. My wife has great friends in Germany. The first ever esports team that I joined back in the day was a German team. So, yeah, it's good. Beerfest. Kugelschreiber, Schmetterling. There's funny videos online where everyone calls it pen, and then Germany, Kugelschreiber. How do we see Army Pipers live? You got to go to his channel. Wait, let's see. YouTube. And we go to Army Piper's channel. Army Piper. Let's see if he's actually live. Yep, he is. He is. Wait, he's live. Wait, let's say hi. Whoop. So he is, yeah, it's 4 p.m. So I think he just booted up the stream. He's still in his waiting. Is the top in for Bitcoin? That's the question. Wait, it's behind my webcam. Is the top? I vote no. 82% no, 18% yes. Wait, let me do a little bit of. Wait, let me make the window a little smaller. There we go. Yo, live. Oh wait, yo, Army Piper. What's up? Okay, yeah, sound is off. My sound is also off. But yeah, this is Piper's channel. Whoops, there you go. Piper Academy. There he is, the legend himself. So yeah, if you don't know him, make sure to check out. It's not really Elliott wave analysis. It's lots of other stuff. But hey, if you like it, you'll know where to find him. Well, I'm already streaming for how long now? 1.5 hours. So it's about time for me to end the stream. I'm always wondering how I can. It would be great if YouTube just adds a button that I can just immediately move everyone from one stream to another. But I'll have to figure that one out. Let me put it in my tab here. Whoop. So that is Ari Paper. Cheers, Hesham. Come visit me in Prakuap. I have never heard about this. Maps. Changwat Prachuap Kirikan in Thailand. Ah, okay. Okay. North of Malaysia, Singapore. It's on the northeastern side, below Bangkok. Okay. Yeah, Thailand is definitely still on the agenda, man. Still on the agenda. When are we riding all together in France? Ben, yo, I'm interested in getting a BMW, the GS. So I sold my bike in the Netherlands. I didn't want to get it like we wanted to go by car and not have the bike and everything and do it twice. So I sold my bike there, which was a Yamaha R6 2010 Rossi Limited Edition, which is a great bike. R6 is great, very light, very, very easy to drive. But with my wife, she can't go on the back of a racing bike. So I'm looking for a bit of a touring machine. And yeah, once I have a bike, I'm all in. Like we would love to ride together in France. Ben, where do you live in? Not like your address, but where do you, north, east, south, west in France? So where are you at? In Thailand, you mean, Christian? James, I'm an old guy with bikes. I can still manage to pick up dual sport and adventure. Yeah, 450 RL. Street. I like the street bikes as well. You know, like you sit a bit more upright, but there's still the same power as a racing one. It's a naked machines, you know, the naked bikes. So naked point of control, naked. So it's nice. Like you sit a bit more straight, but it's good power. It's like play bikes. KTM 890 Adventure for longer motor camming. Newer, yeah, the BMW GS. The newer one, yeah. Beautiful bikes. Activated. Digital Nomad Life is awesome, especially in Asia. I've been living in Bali and Koh Phangan, Thailand for 10 years. Also great with kids. You'll find international schools there and life quality is great. Yo, actually quite a lot of people from Thailand here, no? Sounds like a plan. You already pay me a knowledge kun. I will. Thanks, Daniel. But just shoot me a DM. If you come to France at some point, just write me a DM. So I love meeting people, man. Like when we moved to, I met people in the Netherlands, Mark and Jeroen. And then when I traveled to the south, I met up with a member here as well at the in Avignon. And then Caleb lives close. He's almost like a neighbor, and he's from the community as well. He's a trader. Have I seen? Oh yeah, I have seen Eva from Lithuania, which was great. She visited I think friends or family, I'm not sure, but in Menton. And when she arrived in Nice, she took the time to meet us as well, which was awesome. The cheese was very nice, or what she brought, something very Lithuanian. So I love meeting face to face, because it's as awesome as this is. It's still a camera, and so I love seeing people. I'm a people person. I'm a global keynote speaker. So as a global keynote speaker, I tend to speak on stages, and then I have hundreds, sometimes over 1,000 people in front of me, which is nice. Like interaction, I can see, I can talk, I can, and I love live streaming because it gives me the same feeling in a way, but of course I can't see. I can't see anyone. Would be nice to do a live stream together. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Whenever we have the opportunity, we should just do it. I'll put it on my phone, bump up a live stream live from wherever we are at that moment, get the tripod of my wife, and then do a live stream. Hopefully the sound is good. I don't really have sound stuff for the phone yet. Close to Myanmar. I love hiking. I got an X3M 800 HP, quicker than a Lambo, as many bikes are, right? Like especially the one with my R6 did the job as well. So I love fast cars. I also love fast cars. I love fast bikes and fast cars. Chateau de la Loire is a beautiful road trip. Okay, that's a road trip. Wait a minute. Control C. Okay, I see. It's multiple castles. Yo, there's still 200 people here, and we are talking about everything but the chart. So, look, if you're new here, right, we are a technical channel. We analyze the chart using Elliott waves. The analysis usually is at the beginning, and then afterwards we're going to chatting, Q&A. And this live stream is a little different because we had the news. So price moved down, and something we've been looking for this morning is this. So let me short summary, I suppose, for people that are new. But this is your bullish scenario: WXY double zigzag, looking for that last leg down. Preferably hit the box. If we don't, we don't. But then look for a move, of course, and you look for taking the high. In the bearish scenario, even preferably we would take this low, which then happened. Looking for 5 to end and a 3-wave corrective structure up. This invalidation, because we took the low of 3, now moves up, right? So in these two scenarios, this is your bearish one, 3-wave corrective move up in B, and then a move down in C. Bullish one, impulsive move up. That's the difference. It just depends on the move up. Right? That's just management and observation. And your bearish scenario is a finish structure here as an A. You need a B to finish and then a C down. Preferably B finishes after the 0.382 Fib time. So preferably this B is not in at this high. You preferably just continue ranging, right? WXY, ABC flat structure, doesn't matter. And then you only go down afterwards. So also here, you preferably would look for a bit of a bounce towards the upside. Probabilities aren't high, so this is an alternative. These are the two primary scenarios. This is an alternative scenario because of the diagonal being very ugly from a ratio point of view. Wave 3 is very short compared to 1. Definitely not ideal. Just doesn't look as great. But it is something we are aware of. But also here, preferably your B wouldn't be finished. So the dotted line is the alternative price movement of the alternative scenario. You preferably actually still look for a bit of a bounce, continuation of the range, and then only go down afterwards. So basically in these scenarios, we preferably look for a bounce, a bit of a sign of strength, and take it from there. But being very patient, we didn't yet hit the box. Would be nice if we do. We have... Oh, it can be a flat in here, but if you take the low, then you have a 3-wave structure. And the probabilities increase to take out this low as well. So yeah, I'm very, very patient myself here. I'm not in any positions, just to be transparent as well. I'm not in positions. I'm not interested trading around news as well. And if price does hit my box, I generally am very patient, observing the reaction, see what we get, and then I enter. So in other words, before I would enter any position, it's probably going to take a couple of hours still. So yeah, that's what's going on. So eventually during a live stream, we always end up talking about a lot of other stuff than trading. But if there's trading questions, just make sure to put them in the stream and I'll answer them. If it's analysis, trading, whatever, you just ask and I will answer. But there's a good chance we start talking about all sorts of different stuff as well at the same time. So over 200 people just now were watching us talking about different countries and motorbikes and lots of different things. My routine, I explained my trading routine, my daily routine, as well as I have a very, very strict daily routine. So yeah, if you have any questions, about TA, Elliott waves, whatnot, just make sure to write it. What's up, Hunter, man? That's been a while, yo. After my graduation. Hopefully your studying is going well and your graduation exams are going well as well. But yeah, nice to see you back in the chat. Looking forward to you coming back. Yeah. So there's Pierre. I met Pierre at Avignon. The Avignon community is still here. Pierre just lurking in the background. So I have a picture with Pierre actually in Discord. Let me see if I can find it. Let's go there. I also have to go very soon. I mean, it's already 4 p.m. Wait, let me move Discord. 1 second. Do this, do that, do... That's my wife. Oh. So... that's Jeroen. He's employee here. And then my birthday. Where are we? Oh, there we go. That's Pierre. So I met Pierre in Avion, and that is the bridge, the famous bridge. If you know the song, Sur le pont d'Avion, that's it. So yeah, was nice. Was nice. The day that we started driving to France. Yep. But yeah, it is time for me to wrap things up though, because we've been online for almost 2 hours, which is an hour more than I planned for. So talking about a great daily planning, and then here we are, still live. So yeah, it's time. It is time for me to head out though. How old are you? I'm 32. 32 years old. 45 years ago. Jeez, that's a while. LPer. I don't know. I'll have to check. Did the R6 have a quick shift? It didn't. It didn't. No, not that fast. What's up, Kiwi? Good morning, probably for you by now. Good to have you here. Quarmark is great for kitting. Quarmark. The price wants to go to the box. I know, right? I know. What's Quarmark? Quarmark. A New Zealand tourism official quality assurance organization. Oh, I'm not sure. Oh, spelled it wrong. Just make sure you spell it right, and I'll check it. But yeah, it's time for me to go, everyone. We've been online for a solid 1 hour 50 minutes. Let me see if I can. 1 second. Let me see if I can somehow today, for the first time, move the stream and link it to Army Piper. Wait, I must be able to do it somewhere, and then we can just go there and we all write the raccoon emote. That one. That's generally what people use as a mascot of the channel. How can I do this, man? I'm so clueless with. I'm a content creator, but I'm a trader first, content creator second. I'm such an amateur when it comes to this. Somewhere I must be able to link this stream to Army Piper, his stream. Language, blah, 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 blah. Participant live message. Oh, yeah, redirect. Oh, redirect. Okay. Wait. Where's Piper's stream? I had it open. Where is it? His stream was... Oh, there we go. Okay, wait. Control C. Control V. Yeah. There we go. Boom. And then save. And then probably, I don't know, changes saved. Okay, cool. So when I quit the stream, we probably all, including me, get redirected to Army Piper. So there's no, it's not Twitch. Yeah, Twitch is a little bit easier, I think. But I'm gonna end the stream right here. I think if you stay here, we join Army Piper. Make sure to put the raccoon emote in his chat, right? Which is this one here. And he will know enough. But thanks everyone for watching. Appreciate you being here. And trade safe with the news and the volatility. And I will see you again very, very soon. Tomorrow morning, a new update video. So have a good day.